All right. Good afternoon to all traders and investors. Welcome to today's live stream with Strike. Before we begin, you all can log into web.strike.money and try using the tools. Give it a shot. See what works for you. All the tools are available there for free. So we'll dive into today's market action and we'll see what's happening today and we'll try to analyze if we can see what may be happening in the coming few days. So without any delay, let's move right to it. So today it is a negative day. The headline indices are down close to 1%. As you can see, most of the stocks are declining today. In Nifty 50, 44 stocks are down, and in Nifty 500, 379 stocks are down. So let's see if it has been the case since the morning, or is it catching up later. So yeah, if you can see right now, the breadth has been pretty much same since the morning. The opening 40 stocks were down, and still 44 stocks are down. So largely negative breadth today if we look at Nifty 500 and 50 both. So in Nifty 500, the number of declines have expanded later in the day. But yeah, we are seeing widespread selling in today's session. If we talk about the FNO segment, then here as well, there is a short buildup in 131 stocks and unwinding happening in 33 stocks. So very less action on the long side. So whether it is a dip or a trend change, that's what we are going to analyze. Let's have a look at the options data as well. So we noticed this yesterday as well that there was a very strong call writing happening on almost all the strikes. So that has resulted into the cooling off into the index. And for Bank Nifty, yeah, same is true for Bank Nifty. We saw that there was call writing all from 45,500 to 46,000. Now further, it has expanded to what 45,000 as well. But right now the spot levels are somewhere around 45,060, and we have a lot of put open interest at 45,000 as well. So right now the level of fight for option sellers is 45,000 on the Bank Nifty. So before we go any further, let us look at FI data and sentiment to see if we are able to spot anything interesting. So FI data for yesterday's cash market, as you can see, there have been net sellers for 4 days, but very small numbers. So yesterday's number was just 93 crores, whereas DIs have been continuous net buyers in the cash segment, with yesterday's number at around 1,030 crores. Now let's go to sentiment. So we have been watching this. I have been discussing this in all the streams, like uh, whether the uh, net futures positions from the FIs halt at the 5,000 mark, or will we see it going all the way down? So let me just go to it. Yeah. So I put a line here on the 5,000 mark. Yeah, we're right there. Not much activity yesterday. It was pretty much flat. So FIs have been quiet. This still remains a level to watch out for in the FI positioning. Now the thing that I wanted to share was on the put call ratio that is based on open interest 9-day average. So which means the open interest of all the puts divided by all the calls in the market, and we smoothen it out with a 9-day average and then plot it against the Nifty to see the behavior of the data. So as of yesterday, the number has dropped down to 0.8. So if I am to just to talk about the recent history, then we pulled back to around this range, around when the market was in the range of 18,600 to 18,700, and from there on it picked up well. So we are at back at that range. But if I am to look at a slightly longer range, then let's say from this point, just a minute. Yeah. So if we look at this, all the action from this 2020 lows, you can see that the lowest number we pull back is to around, this is around 0.89, this is again 0.94, and this is again 0.8. So 0.8 is the number that is observed during the bull markets on the 9-day open interest put call ratio. So, but when the trend is not up, like let's say we are not in a secular bull market, but in a sideways or a up down kind of a market, like this phase, then the range changes for the indicator. Now, assuming something ended here and we are still continuing that trend, then 0.8, the level which has is the level which has to be respected in terms of continuation of the trend. So if we are to move forward from here itself without any major changes and without major dips, then this is where this indicator is indicating an oversold situation. This is the way we look at this data, so you can sign up and use these tools for your own analysis as well. Now, moving on to diffusion indicators, we observed that the number percentage of Nifty stocks above the 20-day moving average was consistently above 50 during this trends. But yeah, today it is significantly broken down and the number is at 40. So now we can say that this is a visible breakdown that the Nifty 50 stocks are breaking their 20-day averages, which is a sign of weakness in the very short term. Now, now you would be thinking that on the one hand, I'm saying put call ratio is oversold and here stocks are breaking their 20-day moving average. So see, both are two different things. Sentiment helps you to judge which is the crowded trade, and indicators help you to take the trade based on the right signal, which is at the right time. So it doesn't mean if any sentiment is oversold, you go ahead and initiate your buying positions, but you wait for the setup. So yeah, but at the same time, we saw that the same was not true in Nifty 500 or mid cap or the small cap index. So stocks in the Nifty 50 are weaker than the other parts of the market, which are not showing the same signs as of now. If we are to look at the percentage of stocks with the RMI indicator in buy, let's have a look at that as well. Just a minute. Where we are lingering around the 30 mark, no clear oversold or overbought signal as of now. I think I missed showing the swing indicator. So as of yesterday, it is still at 58 in the middle of the range. So the only thing is to be seen is whether or not today's action gets us into a favorable or a oversold zone for a better risk reward or not. Now with that, uh, let us have a quick look at the technical setup for Nifty and Bank Nifty specifically. So we for Nifty, we discussed yesterday that there is this trend line that is causing some trouble for the Nifty. Let me draw it properly. Yeah. So yesterday we observed that this trend line was unable to cross on the Nifty, and we've seen a gap down opening and downward pressure in the today's market. So at the same time, 10-day average was also not holding yesterday, but the more thing, the more bigger sign of worry is that the 20-day average is also breaking today. So this remains a very important signal because the this is the average that has held throughout this trend. So if it is breaking today, it may indicate at a short-term weakness. So this should be something to watch out for. For the bank Nifty, same is the case here. It opened gap down and took resistance exactly at the 20-day average, and currently it is trading below that. So, as we can see here, it is also trading below 30-day, which I don't usually see, but we can have a look. Yeah, so it is trading right at that. So if we have to take that number as a reference, then it is at 45,057 as of now. It it should hold by the day end to be able to create a bullish reading here. So going to the today's heat map to see which sectors are up and which are down. So every index is down today, with the highest losers being the PSC, public sector enterprises, and followed by PSU banks. These are so all the PSU stocks are generally high beta stocks, which is why these indexes come up at the top, even in upside and on downside both. Just a second. Now the indices which are losing the least are the next 50, Nifty next 50, the Nifty consumer durables, and Nifty FMCG. Okay, so these are, you can say, that defensive sectors. So if you remember, we discussed Nifty consumer durables based on the seasonality in, I think, day before yesterday's live stream, and we spotted out that this may be a uh, seasonally bullish period for this index. So this is a very small period to be looking for relative strength. But yeah, even if we are to look at just today's action, then the index falling less than the market is also a sign of relative strength. Let's see if we have any important earnings. So many Nifty 100 stocks have earnings today and tomorrow. Big names I can see is the some stocks from the Adani Group, Bharti Airtel, Eicher Motors. So yeah, uh, many earnings are due in this week from different sectors. Auto stocks are there. Maruti also came out with results, I think, yesterday. So stock specific moves should be expected to continue based on the earnings season. So if you have any questions, just drop into the comment box and I will be responding to all the questions. Meanwhile, while you guys put your questions, we will look at the scanners to see any signals. So the fun thing I forgot to point out on the dashboard itself was, even if even we are witnessing a strong down day, but you can see in the Nifty 500, around 17 stocks are making 52-week highs. Only one is making a 52-week low. So yeah, it could be just a routine dip. It actually points out to be looking to Nifty 500 as well separately. So I'll do that like we did for Nifty and Bank Nifty, because it is a broader index with 500 stocks. So sometimes it can show better signals. So this is a key important sign that you see right now on my chart, that this index, this broader index, is still above its 20-day average. It has not broken that. So only Nifty and Bank Nifty have done so, but the broad market is still about trending above that. And even if we look at the mid cap index, then it is even above its 10-day average as of now. It surely looks, the candlesticks looks bearish in today's action, but in the relative terms, they are still trending on the upside. With that, let's jump to scanners and see if we are, what type of signals we are getting today. So I'm putting on Nifty 100 to see the signals on the top 100 stocks. Yeah, so the scanner is also showing the weakness, that more of the down signals are from up to down. That is, the trend may be changing from up to down. And in the road scanner, let us see. Yeah, so there is no new buy signal today. You can see in the drop down, only new sell crossover signals are there. So yeah, we are seeing a weak trading session today. But as I pointed out in the sentiment, um, the OIPCR is reflecting to be on a very low rating. So that could be a tricky time for taking a fresh sell view on the market. So yeah, it remains interesting. So we'll watch out for key levels like the 20-day average holding or not. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today's live stream. We'll do the same tomorrow at the same time. So see you tomorrow. Thank you.